So this is the third or fourth take of starting this video. The first take, my hat was on my head. We were pulling in, the windows were down, and my hat flew off, hit Dawn in the head. So that I stopped right. I mean, I was about to start, and that happened. And then the last take we just did, I had food in my teeth the whole time. Dawn's like, just leave it. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not that.
You want to be all natural and let people see the truth. There you go. Everyone gets stuff stuck in their teeth.
Yeah, I felt embarrassed by it. So now we are at the Savers in Rancho. We don't go to this Savers much, Rancho Road.
It's smaller. It's a smaller one.
Yeah, we don't go to this one. It's the day after half off day. Yeah, so that could be good or bad. I have noticed in the past that they restock pretty quickly in some of the Savers the next day because they sell a lot on half off day, and other times they don't. So it's going to be a hit or miss kind of day here at Savers. We're going to hit up another thrift store after this. Maybe we'll go to the. We're going to get ready. Maybe we can go to the DI.
I thought we were going to go to the Charleston one.
We'll go to the Charleston, see if they have more of those Barbies or My Little Ponies. That'd be awesome. Hopefully we have a good day, guys. Thank you for following along, and hopefully we make. I'll be happy with like $20 if we make at least $20. But I mean, I'd settle for like a couple hundred. I'd love 1,000.
Let's see who gets the most stuff.
Yeah, it's not a competition, Don. There's no competition. Don just said the one thing they don't tell you about Las Vegas is how windy it is. I literally got out of the car and my hat flew over the Honda Civic onto the other side. Thankfully into an empty parking space. Nobody was injured. But yeah, this wind is no joke. I got to tighten up this snapback. Wish us luck today, guys. This caught my eye right away. It reminded me of Jim Shore, but I was pretty sure it was a knockoff. But still, I wanted to show you that's the basic vibe of Jim Shore stuff. He makes Halloween stuff, Christmas stuff, and also like all sorts of Disney ones. Those are definitely bolos. You can get them at the right price. Always look everything up because you don't know what's going to be worth what. This was pretty interesting. Looked like it was ornate, $5.49. I thought it was older than it was. That's like a newer kind of Ross item. I definitely keep my eye out for tiki stuff. It can be good money, especially the mugs. That's usually what I look for. This is a little statue. I might have been able to make a few dollars on it, but it was fairly generic, so I decided to pass on it. Dawn is looking up this cool, I don't know, Roman like wall decor right here. Pretty neat. We decided to pass on it, but still not something you see every day at the thrift store. Occasionally, I'll sell cars like this, these metal toy cars. $9.99 is a little bit expensive. Look out for Maestro and also Jada Toys. That's a Nissan Z from like 2003. Not quite worth it. Trying to look up interesting and different stuff. I'd never seen one of these before. It looked cool. I was showing it to Dawn because she has a better eye for that kind of stuff. She looked it up on her phone. Check this out right now. She's going to look it up. I think they were asking, under $10, and it's not worth quite enough to be able to pick up, but it's neat. Always test yourself and pick up stuff and look it up. See what could be worth money. Back in the day, I used to work at a telemarketing place, and I think this gets rid of telemarketer calls, if I remember right. I've sold a few of them in the past. They don't have much of a market anymore, but still a cool blast from my thrifting past because I've been doing this for like 10 plus years, and that's something I used to sell when I first got started. Do you see what I see? Way off in the distance. That was terrible. I'm sorry, guys. You can probably see it now. That Goofy hat, this is from Goofy, Disneyland theme park. It was only $3.99. This is something you would overpay for when you're at the theme park. Definitely pick that up. Should get me about $20 plus shipping. Used to pick up a lot of this ink back in the day, but I'm weird. I like to be really careful with this stuff, and it's expired. It more than likely works. I just don't like dealing with that, so I decided to pass. Plus, it's not quite as good as it used to be a couple years ago. Plastic dinosaurs are one thing I always look out for. Beyond the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World dinosaurs, look out for Carnegie, Safari, Imperial is some of the older stuff. They do dragons and other animals as well. They could be worth some money and make it worth picking up a bag like that. Also, Schleek is another good brand, but I didn't see enough of good stuff in there, and also there was some damage on some of them. I was trying to figure out what exactly these were. They're from the mid-2000s based on the jerseys. I think they're part of some sort of board game, maybe. They might have been worth some money if I could figure it out, but only for $1 or $2 I would have tried that out. It was more. This is something I've seen a lot and I've bought in the past, Toys R Us, rubber T-Rex. They've gone down in value over the years. It's going right now for about $10 or $11, so it's not worth my time for such a big item. I try to stick to stuff that's easy to ship and under £1 if possible, unless I really love the item, then I'll ship it no matter what. This caught my eye. It's the only decent looking hat in that whole bunch, 47 brand, but check out this price, $15. That's about what it's worth new, so I'm gonna pass. Now this is a crazy price. Check this out, guys, right here, $79.99. This is a Jets jersey. Do they know the Jets aren't that popular in Las Vegas or even New York for that matter? Plus it's like a generic guy. I don't think it's anybody important. I don't know what they were thinking. Get 15, maybe 20 if you're lucky, but $79.99 is a bit out of touch. That was a cool hat right there. I thought somebody might like it, but I looked it up and it was only worth about what they were charging, $8, $9, $10 plus shipping. That's one I'd pick up at a garage sale for $1 or so, just because I like selling that kind of stuff. This is a cool, I think it's 1980s helmet cup, pretty inexpensive. Definitely going to pick up this stuff anytime I see it. I love vintage NFL and sports stuff. This is a gnarly find, a Transformer for $5.99, a Cybertron orb of some sort. I actually was in this section before Dawn, and I walked right by this. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Dawn had a great eye. Checked it out. When you're curious about anything, just do a Google lens and then check it out on eBay as well. This should get us at least $28, maybe $35, $40 plus shipping. This is a solid toy find. One of my favorite things outside of cards, you all know I love cards, is looking for toy stuff. So this was a great pickup by Dawn. We also checked out this BB-8 case. It wasn't worth our time, but we were curious and we looked it up. And me, being inspired by Dawn, I found another Transformer. This is a Megatron, $4.99. Doesn't look like much, but it looks like even in the condition it's in, it should get me about $15 to $20, and it does work. Also, don't forget, plus shipping. Before we head out of this saver, let's take a tour of Dawn's cart, which he's going to check out with. This is a blue Jurassic Park T-Rex plush at $5.99. She also got this cool mid-century modern wood. Is this like a candlestick holder? I think they're candlestick holders. Pretty awesome. I would definitely overlook that, but Dawn's got a good eye for this kind of stuff, so we're going to put them on eBay. I bet you we get like 40 plus on those. So what was your review of the Rancho Savers?
I did okay. I found those, like it's wood, homemade wood, wall sconces.
So okay as in I won, because we weren't having we're having a competition if I won. Or not if I would have lost.
I would say those, I'm probably going to ask. I'll have to look them up, but I have a feeling they could be $75
yeah,
for the
so
pair.
let's safely say like $15 you'll make on that, so that you could be under what my total is.
And then that ball,
that
ball I got, the Transformer
yes, the
thingy.
Cybertron, like Megatron ball orb thing. That's pretty good. Even with missing parts, it's over.
I don't think it's missing parts.
Yeah, I'll double check.
Around, but I don't know.
That's one thing about Transformers that I dislike, is like they always seem to be missing something and you don't always know, where it's missing an item because it doesn't look like it. I got a Megatron as well that I found on the shelves, and it looks like I can get 20 even for it being incomplete. It was missing one piece that I saw for sure. Otherwise, it was in really good condition, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then I found that Goofy hat. The old standby. I always find that goofy baseball hat that you get at Disney parks with the ears.
You always find goofy stuff.
Yeah, I find goofy stuff everywhere. So that's like about a 20.
Goobster.
Yeah, that's probably fair. But I mean,
or a goober,
I'm more of like a Pluto, a strong, silent type. So we're going to this Goodwill again, Dawn. If it's not good, I'm blaming it on myself, because I'm not a good enough picker. That's what I'm gonna say.
Blaming it on them.
Right off the bat, I found a Bilbo Baggins Wacky Wobbler. Before there was Funko Pops, there was Wacky Wobblers that Funko did, and $1.49. That's an insanely good price at the Goodwill. I'm going to take that. Not a big money item, but I should get about $8.50 plus shipping. This is the season to find creepy, spooky items at the thrift store. This is from Sleepy Hollow. It's a toy, the Crone. $3.99 is a little expensive, but at this time of year, I think I can get 8 or 9, maybe 10 plus shipping on it, so I'm going to pick it up. I'm always looking at the jerseys at these thrift stores. I love picking them up. Most of the time, they're too much money, like this Marshall Falk vintage, about a 20-year-old jersey from back in the day when they were going to Super Bowls. $20 is about what it's worth, so can't make any money on that, so I got to pass. Dawn picked up this really cool, I think it was called Black Plague plush. It's $2.99, pretty neat. Also got this Roar and Chomp T-Rex Jurassic Park mask for like $3.99. One sold recently at about $14. I think we can get a little bit more with Halloween coming up. So I was just looking at some of the comments that we're having on our YouTube videos, and Beth said she would pay. She said, Dawn, I would pay, me and my daughter would pay to see Terry go through like a haunted house and see his reaction. I want to go. This is a great idea. We're definitely going to do this maybe once or twice in the next month or so, because that's a great idea. I do want to tell you a scary haunted house story from when I was in my 20s, so I was just a wee child. The Ring. You guys remember The Ring? The Ring was very popular, very spooky, very scary. It was the girl that came out of the TV. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah, it was really, really creepy. So she was in like a lot of haunted house in the mid-2000s, late 2000s. And I was going through a room, and she was there standing with her hair down, like looking all creepy, and wasn't doing anything. And then she started moving. And of course, she picked me to mess with. So she starts coming up to me. You know, I'm trying to be cool. I'm with my friends, but you know, the cool is done as soon as Samara is her name, by the way. I don't want to say that 3 times. Something could happen. So Samara, that's 2. That's as much as I'll do. Samara, oh crap. We did it. Something's going to happen. But anyway, she was coming towards me, and this was my reaction, Don. Do you know what I did?
Cried like a little baby.
No, I screamed.
Mama?
I screamed, no thank you. I was politely terrified, folks. I screamed, no thank you. So
Sweet.
I know, I was polite. I let them know that I was not interested in whatever was about to happen, and I wanted to proceed, and it worked. I did not get, yeah, I was okay. I think I made it through.
I think I see her now. She's coming out.